Three at Table, William Waymark Jacobs. The story starts in a coffee room. A few men start a conversation on ghosts. The men gathered in the coffee room had the impression that sailors are much prone to have visions. When a sailor gets ashore, he is expected to have something good to tell. Among them, the clean shaven man said that he had been at sea 30 years, and the only unpleasant incident of that kind occurred in a quiet English countryside. He started narrating the incident, saying that once he had to go for a self invited visit to his uncle. But when he reached there, the family had gone to the south of France and they were to return in a couple of days. So the narrator decided to pass the time somehow until they are back. He booked a room at the Royal George, a very decent inn, and he started exploring the place. The next morning, after the late breakfast, the narrator walked around. The day was bright and frosty. After some time, he had his lunch in a small inn and decided to go a little further before turning back. By evening, he caught up in a fog, and when the night started to draw, he lost his way. He walked so long and shouted around to find someone. Finally, he found a man, and the narrator inquired him about the route and distance to Asheville. The man guided him and also warned the narrator about the only house that can be seen. The man said that there is something in the house, not very common and pleasant. He did not know either as to what that was. When the narrator asked more about the house, the man replied that some people say it's a poor mad thing, and some others say it's a kind of an animal. Whatever it is not good to see. Then I said good night to the man and followed the road that the man had indicated. But after some time, the narrator felt very tired. So the narrator decided to go back to the same house they had been talking about just before. Later, the narrator had no other choice but to knock on that door to inquire about the route. He met a wife and a husband, and he could not escape the scene of dining with them. They seemed quite creepy, and their words seemed even more creepy. Creepy means causing an unpleasant feeling of fear. The narrator really hesitated because they were certainly a queer looking couple, and the gloomy hall with the shadows thrown by the candle looked hardly more pleasant than the darkness outside. The sentence means that the hall was not good comparing to the darkness outside. The narrator got inside and warmed his fingers at the fire. They also wanted me to dine with them in the dark because their son's eyes are bad and he could not stand the light. Then the old man rose from his chair and placed a large screen in front of the fire and slowly extinguished the candles. Now the hall is completely dark. In that darkness, the old man groped his way to the door and opened it. Then he came back into the hall with someone and took a seat at the table. Then this third man joined with them for the dinner, broke the silence. It was the strangest voice that the narrator had ever heard in his life, And the narrator also felt something so strange about the whole business happening there. In that darkness, the narrator could see a pair of wild eyes shining like a cat's. At first, the man and the narrator had good terms. But when the narrator pushed his chair back, unfortunately the screen which was covered the fire had fallen down and happened to see the man's face in the light of the fire. The narrator was got terrified by seeing the man's face. The man's face was just like a beast. Then the old man explained to the narrator about the accident that took place to his son. And after that tragedy, they had led a retired life. The man regretted that he came to dine with the narrator. It was his father's idea to dine in the dark because he wanted his son to dine with them as it is his birthday. The narrator is a kind hearted man. It was okay for him to be in the light and dine with the birthday boy. He sorted out things to give him a proper birthday. In the candlelight, the three at table had a wonderful party on that night. At the end of the party, the old man rose and gazed proudly at his disfigured son. Actually, his son was injured some years ago in a burning house, and he also saved the children inside the burning house by sacrificing himself. This was the strange incident described by the narrator in the story. Hope you enjoyed this strange kind of story by William Wymark Jacobs.